insane.
Randy made the correct decision.
Yeah, he was right too.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, that's why you get. That's why you get no credit.
Weighted AOT.
If you turned up, I'll do it.
God, that's so sick.
No one believes you.
And then he turned gin. Absolute gin.
Absolute gin.
No, and then like River, it's like no.
Oh, maximum.
Yeah, by the way, I was going to check that. Because there's no version of him folding now.
No.
My 8 high is no good.
You might as well save the
I was like,
3,000.
if he checks, I'm checking for sure. If I miss, I'm giving up. 3,000 and 3,000.
So Phil Laak's going to try his luck with 7 deuce against
say.
the kings from Esfandiari.
Oh, man, I think Antonio is likely to get out of the hole a little bit here. Phil's not going to give up on this easily. He's going to think this is a great board to rep his 7 deuce bluff on.
700 was the bet from Antonio. Quick call from Laak. There's maybe a card that Laak thinks he can bluff with.
Is that the, are you the fruit
Absolutely.
guy? You don't have the, you're not the fruit guy, right?
It's a terrible thing to call someone
Nice.
guy.
Nice. Great line.
Yes, yes,
Dustin's the fruit guy?
Does Phil make his move here? We know he'd be just chucking it into the abyss.
He's the weirdest guy in the world.
He is so weird, but he is the best
He's so
ever. And to use some of Antonio's words, I see no version of this where Antonio folds. Now this is getting juicy.
Here we go.
21,500 in the middle.
Phil Laak will be first to act after we see the river.
I check.
Phil's just checked. That means he's either giving up or he's going to go for some sort of check raise bomb.
And that would be massive because at this point, a bet from Antonio's got to be rather sizable. Yeah. 20,000.
It's gonna hurt if he shows me a bluff, Dan O'Brien. Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Wow. Oh, please show 7 deuce. I'll be happy to pay you 200 for that one.
Raised. 300.
Pocket Rockets for looser opens it up, raises it to $300, and Dudley looks down at King Queen suited.
Call.
In position, not a bad play. Dentali with the King Deuce suited flats in the small blind.
Raised.
And Chartier, who has been constantly re-raising, is at it again with his 9-8 suited. Now, if it was heads up, looser might call and set the trap, but it's not heads up. It's 4-way. It's getting to about that time of the night where Mike's going to complain.
I had a $48 hand. I turned it into a $300 hand, and I get punished. Maybe it's like $49.
Now, Chartier has a legitimate decision here with the 9-8 suited. Does he call or does he fold?
Call.
He's going to call because they are pretty deep. And in case Looser needed some help, he got it, but he didn't need help. And now his opponent, with the exception of a backdoor flush or a backdoor straight, is drawing virtually dead. He could bet or he could check. If he bets, he's going to get no action at all. But he is going to bet 3,000, which should shut things down. But it's starting to scare me that Chartier has not yet folded. I mean, what's he thinking about? You got 9 high. Let's just let it go. Live to fight another day.
Call.
Well, he's taking a turn. And the 4 of clubs peels off. The backdoor flush is now in play. 13% chance to hit.
Check. Check.
He decides to check. And the river comes the Queen of Hearts. Now Chartier has reached the concluding chapter of his book. It's a short story, and there weren't many good chapters, but we still have one left to write. What will he do here with his 9 high? Will he surrender, or will he give it everything he's got and come up empty-handed?
11,500.
I don't like that look in the end, but I don't think I'm gonna fold.
Bohn.
Ace Queen for Matt Russell. Calls the straddle. A raise from Kyle Bowker with Queen 4.
I have to come after my own money.
I don't like it. I might have to object to my free straddle soon. You Bohn? You look like a Bohn?
Yeah.
If I were to object to free money though, Alex Raleigh would be probably really disappointed in me.
I'd be disappointed in anybody that objected to free money.
Right.
Frank.
He would be more disappointed in you.
That would be a disappointing.
Even though this is going to expose me.
That would be a disappointing thing to object to, I think.
What if the free money comes from illicit profits? Would you then feel bad about taking it or turning it down?
Well, this wouldn't be free then.
I'm just saying, it's hypothetical.
So Russell flops huge here. Bowker continuing anyway, and I gotta give him credit. Dude varies up his C-bets. He bets small, he bets big. It doesn't matter. Sometimes he's got it, sometimes he doesn't. Way to keep him guessing.
Something. I had a good hand. I really had a good hand. I almost did it.
But I think when he gets called twice, though, he is gonna shut it down, Mike.
No.
Shut it down.
Do you think we can start a new segment called What's the Guy on the Rail Thinking? You want to start that or not? Can we turn that into a thing?
I'm down.
All right, here comes the river. It's a 7 of diamonds.
The guy on the rail is thinking that he cannot believe the price of Bitcoin right now.
You know something.
I bet you the guy on the rail right now is thinking, yeah, I got a bum deal on these shoes from eBay.
He's leaving negative buyer feedback.
All right, Matt Russell bets 800.
Put an extra card out there, comes and you go, oh, then they got 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh. What a great little blocker bet from Russell. Induces Kyle to stick it all in. Gets snapped off.
Definitely gets an award. I think there's plenty of people that have more money.
I just wing it.
No.
No.
Nobody.
Where'd you live when you were there? I mean, did you get a house?
1
or-
cent.
Okay.
You know the Wynn, obviously.
Yeah.
So the tower across from the Wynn. It's
Okay.
connected to the MGM and the Mandarin.
Yeah.
It's the only place to live, really, if you want to play poker. We actually wanted to live at a different building, but the games are you have to get to the Wynn
Be
so
close.
fast.
To be right there.
What is your monthly rent?
Stapes, you played a lot of those
I don't
games
have
in
rent
Macau
now,
with
but my
Charlie,
rent
didn't
in
you?
Macau.
I have not played in a lot of those games. I was in Macau once and didn't come within a country mile of them.
Well, sometimes there's
The
big
games,
games.
they
Russell
were real
flops
big
a
games.
boat.
Soft fields back then.
Yeah.
When did you live there?
2012.
You just got raised.
I got there January 2012.
Don't be moving in on my girl, Hanson.
Is he talking to you?
No, he's talking to my twin brother, Tad.
Oh,
who's-
Tad is out there
Yeah, Tad's
again.
back again.
Tad is such a creep,
I like
too.
that question.
And then he interacts with the cable and it ruins everything.
Stupid, get out of here, Tad.
Si buttano via. Si già in partenza.
Don't be speaking any more Spanish at the table.
It's Italian, but
Obviously.
Call.
Go.
Oh, Cantu was waiting on the 7-3.
Cantu has a 10. He has 7 plus 3.
oops.
That's outkicked by the 8.
I was checking his heart, that's
Outkicked
all.
by the 8.
On?
Well, there goes the female audience.
And I did just buy 2 tickets to the gun show as well. God dang it.
Non-refundable.
Dentali, you ready to join us yet?
Yes.
You're on the list?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's Beardy McWeirdy.
Second up, behind Rep, because Rep busted first.
Richard Anthony is raising with 6-5. Richard Anthony, don't you know who the man in the orange Flyer shirt is? That's Joe McKeon, son.
Richard Anthony appears to give 0 you-know-whats. I like the C-bet. It's not going to work against ace-king, but sometimes when you get called, you make your hand on the turn, and 6-5 is pretty disguised.
All right, so here we go to the turn. Well, now Anthony's got some help with that turn card.
Yeah, he's up and down now. And like I said before, sometimes the second barrel will get it done. Of course, still not against ace-king.
What are the hands that hypothetically McKeon would be scared of here?
He's maybe afraid of some sets and some weird 2 pairs, but it's all pretty unlikely.
Anthony misses his draws, and McKeon makes 2 pair in the river.
All in.
And Anthony just totally ships it in here on the river. 5,800, I'm all in.
I didn't even have a chance to say after I get stationed twice, I'm probably going to give up on the river. Anything about this guy and how likely he is to be bluffing here. Just a very easy call for Joe McKeon. Top 2 pair.
What took you so long?
Like I said, very unlikely that he's beat there.
Just in poker, I've been known to lose my mind.
I think we all been there before.
Everything's
losing mine right now. I want to get it in every hand.
Yeah.
I'm calling time on everyone too. If you take longer than 10
yeah,
seconds,
call time.
call
That's
time.
good. That'll
10
be good.
seconds, that's
We only
it.
got 2 hours, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Do 30 seconds.
If I felt you this hand, could I wear the cape?
Yeah, I'm about to take this off because I'm getting hot, to be honest.
His raise is pretty big, actually, to 700. If you get 3-bet, it's going to be a massive pot, and you're not really going to know where you're at.
So sick. Like, I have to call.
It's so sick, bro.
I'm so far behind.
7-8 suited.
I wish I had 7-8 How much is it? Am I allowed to share my hand with someone at the table or no?
Look, you just did. You know that is a violation of code 743 in Poker Night in America to share your hand with somebody else?
Untrue. There are almost no rules on this show. Make poker fun again.
Yeah, absolutely, it's a rule. I'm gonna go find Todd or somebody in charge.
Then I'd really be tilted.
Yeah.
And top pair becomes trips for Cletus.
Definitely not in the spot to enforce any rules.
Right.
Morrow bets 550. Griffin Abel folds, so we're just heads up with Morrow and Wolf on the river.
$3,100.
So sick. What the f?
And there's really not much for Wolf to be stressed out about here.
Other than sweating to death in the wizard costume.
You called? Not low. That's it.
The nut low versus the nit low.
6 and
Beckley getting a great price pre-flop. Well, that's all the 4s out.
do it yet?
Torelli flops a boat. Beckley also hits a 4.
I mean, flop trips and you have 1% equity.
You know,
Wonderful.
Mike was sitting in your seat before and he paid it like 4 times. So.
And yet it's Blake Bohn who's betting, or Bohn, whichever you prefer. It's going to be harder for him to win this pot than for Jessica to get the rest of that baby food out of the jar with a fork.
8 times, yeah.
I paid it once this session. I'm probably, like, all of us are supposed to probably have paid it like twice by now.
The variance.
At least by the end, yeah.
I mean,
like,
Phil
where I'm supposed to be.
fading this. Honestly, I don't think
It's
there's
a
a 5
joke.
in the deck. I swear.
Torelli and Beckley both smooth call.
Pete, you have a spoon? Yeah, let me grab it.
Let me look at my purse.
You could have at least gave me like the, let me check. That's pretty convincing.
Situation.
Catch flies.
Torelli smooth calling again. Josh Beckley, by the way, stands to lose a significant amount of money in this hand.
Thanks, Phil.
This is a pretty icy cold deck. Wow, Beckley folds. Josh knows only one of these 2 jokers can have a 4. He is suspicious. Nice fold. I actually feel like Blake's bet kind of just cost Alec money because without him in this pot, Josh loses a lot more to Torelli.
River is a 5, and I don't know how much money Blake is going to bet here, but I just have a feeling something's going to be bet. There is no check in this man's game.
Goonies never say die, and neither does Blake Bohn.
6,100.
Whew.
Oh, my.
All in.
What does Blake Bohn do for a living? And don't say play poker because I'm the funny guy here. He is tilting harder than a pinball machine on the Titanic.
Well, Blake has realized that although it wasn't for trying, he is going to have to fold. Obvious. Everyone knows that you have nothing. You played it valiantly. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Just trying.
He's a real good trier. Good night, you princes of poker, you kings of South Florida. Hey, if you like this video from season whatever from Poker Night in America, there are at least 41 other seasons, and we've got every episode here on our page at your disposal. Go to town, but make sure you hit like and subscribe.